Hello, my name is Dhananjay Agarwal. I am a student at LL.B 5th semester studying at Central University of Haryana, Mahendragarh. Today, I am here to present myself on the topic of government control of banking in India, a critical study. I would like to introduce it first. The Indian banking sector plays a pivotal role in the Indian economy, acting as the backbone of financial intermediation and facilitating economic growth. Since the dawn of independence, the Indian government has maintained a significant degree of control over the banking system, shaping its structure, operation, and lending patterns. This essay dwells into a critical examination of governmental control of banking in India, exploring its historical context, objectives, mechanisms, implications, and future directions. I would like to give a brief historical context of the government control over our bankings. To start, I would like to tell you the origin of government control over banking in India can be traced back to the colonial era when the British government established the Imperial Bank of India to centralize the currency of banking operation. In 1935, the Reserve Bank of India was established to regulate the Indian banking sector and promote monetary stability. Following independence in 1947, in the Indian government inherited a fragmented and largely private banking system. The government sought to consolidate the strength and banking sector through a series of nationalizations, banking with Imperial Bank of India in 1949 and culminating with the nationalization of 14 major private banks in 1969. This major significant a portion of the banking sector under the government control, creating a public sector banking dominance and has persisted to this day. There are certain objectives that the government would like to follow for a governmental control. The Indian governmental decision to retain control over the banking sector has driven by several key objectives. The key objectives are promoting financial stability. The government sought to ensure the stability and soundness of the banking system, preventing banks failure and protecting depositors' interest. This was particularly important in the context of a developing economy with a nascent financial system. Expanding financial inclusion, the government aimed to broaden access to banking services for the unbanked and the unbanked population, particularly in rural areas. This was seen as an essential for poverty alleviation and economic development. Direction, credit allocation. The government sought to influence all allocation of credit towards priority sectors such as agriculture, small industries, infrastructure development. This was considered crucial for promoting inclusive growth and achieving broader socio-economic objectives. Mechanisms of government controls were regulatory bodies, legislative measures, and ownership structures. In regulatory bodies, the RBI serves as the central bank responsible for monetary policies, banking regulation, financial supervision. It has power to issue license to banks, set as prudent norms, and conduct inspections like audit. The Banking Regulation Act 1949 Act as a legislative measure provided the legal framework for the banking system. It grants governmental power to regulate bank operations, control their capital structure, and merge and acquire banks. Ownership structures. The government holds a significant majority stakes in public sectors, which account over 70% of banking sector's assets. The directions ownership allows the government to influence PSBs, lending policies, strategic decisions, and broad appointments. Implication of governmental control. Government control of banking in India has had both positive and negative implications. Positive implications were financial stability, expanded financial inclusions, support for priority subsectors. The government focus on stability has contributed to a relative stable banking systems in India with fewer bank failures to compare to other countries. Government policies have led to significant programs in financial inclusion with a substantial increase in the number of banks, account and access to financial services in rural areas. Support for priority sectors. Credit allocation has played a role in supporting the growth of priority sectors such as agriculture, small industries, infrastructure development. I would also like to discuss the negative implication. Those were efficiency concerns, credit allocation distortions, lack of transparency and accountability. And furthermore, finally, I would like to conclude by a critical evaluation. A critical evaluation of governmental control over banking in India reveals several key issues like balancing stability and efficiency. The government emphasis on stability has sometimes come at the expense of efficiency, with private sector's banks often perceived as less responsible to market dynamics and customer needs. There is need to strike a better balance between the stability and efficiency to ensure that the banking sectors remain competitive and dynamic. Credit allocation distortion was one of the key negative factors of banking because the intervention of in credit allocation has sometimes led to misallocation of resources, favoring politically connected borrowers over those who are not well connected. In conclusion, I would like to suggest a better dynamic, that is private sector banking, because it has shown substantial growth over period of time, which will help stabilization of banking in India. Thank you. I hope you like what I just shared with all of you, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.